Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our live webinar on Small Business Saturday. And we want to thank you for taking time from your busy days today to join us. Today we have with us Lindsay Young. She is the director of the Small Business Development Center. And we are going to focus on how to make your business stand out for Small Business Saturday. And before we get started, and as we have folks joining us, we're going to run through some tips that will make your session run smooth and help you get the most out of our time here together. I'm Jean Smith. I am the training coordinator for the Small Business Development Center here at UHV. We are a business advising and training center. We serve 11 counties in South Texas. You see them outlined in red on your screen. In addition, we are part of the Texas Southwest SBDC network, which it's a huge network, 79 counties from El Paso to Brownsville to Austin, out to San Angelo. In addition, there are over 1,000 SBDCs across this country. So if you're not in our service area or you're not in our network, you can still find your local SBDC at www.americassbdc.org. We are funded in part through a cooperative agreement with the Small Business Administration as well as the state of Texas. That enables us to provide our business advising at no cost to our small business clients. So if you're not taking advantage of this resource, we suggest you sign up today. And I have information in the chat box how you can contact us and sign up online. It takes just a couple minutes, and you get such a big bang for your buck when you utilize our services. I will note our advisors do not provide legal or tax advice, and we are not the SBA. In addition, we provide a variety of training programs just like today's at little to no cost. And for attending, you will receive a complimentary email copy of our newsletter. There's no obligation, and you can unsubscribe at any time. Now let's talk about our platform and make today go really smooth for you guys. Up here at the top, you see the word screenshot. That's above where you see Lindsay and my's video cams. What screenshot enables you to do is to click it on screenshot and save the image of whatever's on your screen. It will save that image to your desktop. My tip is, after the webinar, go look at that image and rename it because they do apply generic names to those. In addition, over here, this is your control panel. If you like that being open at the top right of your screen, click on View and unselect the Auto Hide. If there are handouts, and we do have one today, you will see that in the handout box here. You click on that little triangle and you open it, and you can drop and drag, or you can just download it. Either way works. If you have questions, we want you to go ahead. We want you to put them in this box. Now, Lindsay is watching the question box, so go ahead, put in your first name, where you're joining us from. And we've got some information in there for you already. If you do need help, our first suggestion is to log out and then log back in. If that does not work, please contact GoToWebinar at this phone number. At the end of today's presentation, we are going to try and have the mics open. We do tend to have the mics muted and the webcams off because it does tend to hog the bandwidth and you don't see the slides quite properly. But again, you can ask questions at any time during the webinar, and we're going to try and make sure that we get back to you either during the presentation or afterwards. Everybody is going to get a copy of our slides. In addition, you will get a link to today's recording of the live webinar. I will remind you at the end, when we finish, your browser screen is going to open to our survey. Please complete that 1-minute survey. It tells us how we've done, and it drives what our training program looks like. And so let me just tell you a little bit about Lindsay. She is our director. She has her bachelor's degree from A&M and a master's degree from UHV. And when she joined the SBDC, she brings experience in banking, risk management, money management, and fraud. So There is a lot of experience within our center. Don't be hesitant. Give us a shout. So we want to let you know that Small Business Saturday is probably one of the most important days in the calendar for small business. American Express started this in 2010, and when Lindsay and I were preparing this, I believe we've been participating since 2011. So this is the 12th year for it. But what we want to drive home is every time a shopper picks up a cup of coffee or buys a gift from a local online store, they are shopping small and making a difference. So that shopping small is what helps promote our local communities. It keeps them vibrant. It keeps their economy growing. These are businesses that hire people. So for us here at the Small Business Development Center, Small Business Saturday celebrates our vibrant small businesses. So let me just share a little video with you.
For communities to thrive, small businesses need to thrive. That's why in 2010, American Express founded Small Business Saturday, a day dedicated to helping small businesses get more customers through their doors on the Saturday after Thanksgiving.
I don't think anyone can hear that. It's a really great video. I
It's been great all day. We had a
in the
line
chat.
for the
Is that
first
right?
time ever.
In the chat, and we will let go to
Oh, people can hear, so maybe it's just me. Good, good. So, okay.
I'll bring it back because this is my favorite video.
For communities to thrive, small businesses need to thrive. That's why in 2010, American Express founded Small Business Saturday, a day dedicated to helping small businesses get more customers through their doors on the Saturday after Thanksgiving.
He's helping the community, he's helping the people, and he's helping us.
It's been great all day. We had a line for the first time ever.
Everyone stands up to pitch in.
You're gonna see doctors, you're gonna see bus drivers, you're gonna see students.
It's not just a shopping experience, it's really more of a social experience. It makes the neighborhood more vibrant.
On Small Business Saturday, do your part and help make it matter.
Shop small, baby. Way to go.
Out in the chat.
Okay, so let me move on. And remember, you are going to get a copy of the slides. So we're going to drop a poll in. We want to know what kind of business it is that you have. So there we go. Okay, on your screens, you're going to see the poll. Go ahead and pick what kind of business are you representing here today. We know it's a mix, but we also have neighborhood champions here, and we are so glad to have you with us today. And we're still collecting responses. Half of you have voted, so the other half need to get on board and vote what kind of business you have. If you don't have a business, that's okay, because this is all about supporting our small business. Okay, so let's close that poll and let's share with you.
Okay, wow.
So that's good. We have service-based businesses, and that's important.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to tell you why. So, excellent. It's a mix of about, what, half and half, really. Okay, so as everybody here at the SBDC knows, Rhonda Abrams is probably one of my favorite small business columnists. I can tell you because she tells everybody. She started out as a small business client of her SBDC, but she drives home the point that when you run a small business, no matter what kind of business that is, whether it's retail, hospitality, service, online, that this is your day to get ready and make the most of it, because we want people to come out and we want them to shop small. And there's a lot of momentum behind this. And so for your business, whether it's retail or service, we want you to capture that momentum and make it a great day. Now, I'll let Lindsay talk about these because she likes numbers.
Okay, so 70% of or more of our local economy activity per square foot than big box retail. I think the takeaway from Huffington here is how important small businesses are. It's not, they're not generating just a small amount of revenue in your communities. They're generating such a big part of your community's economic impact, and the activity there is really important. It is significant, and we want to celebrate that. And one of the big takeaways from Small Business Saturday, and I think we'll talk about it later, is that it's not meant to be cumbersome. It's supposed to be fun. You're supposed to celebrate how impactful your small business is in your area, whether it's service-based or whether it is retail-based. And the way that you promote your Small Business Saturday event, or what it is that you're doing over that time period, it's going to be different based on what kind of business you are, retail or service-based. But the takeaway here is how important small businesses are, and we want to promote that through this event.
Okay, and I hear from a lot of people that, well, it's an American Express holiday. Well, they are the big backers of this day, but it is a small business event. And they have done the numbers, and they estimate that almost 3/4 of that money, every dollar that is spent by shopping local, stays in your community. And that is absolutely vital for our communities, whether you're extremely small and you just have a couple of storefronts on Main Street, or you have a couple of blocks, that money needs to stay here. So,
and I think it's important to add, Jean, too, that you don't have to accept American Express in order to participate in Small Business Saturday.
They have some benefits for people who are businesses that use their merchant services, but Lindsay's absolutely correct. You do not need to be an American Express merchant to take advantage of a lot of the resources. So why do people shop small? Why do they shop local? Because they want to keep that money in their communities. They also love connecting with the communities. They recognize the importance of those small businesses to creating that vibrant community. So what we want to really do here with our Small Business Saturday is 30% of the population still does not shop local. And we want to convert them. We want to make them loyal fans of small business and Small Business Saturday. And to the other 70% who already are participants in Small Business Saturday, thank you so much. Thank you from all our small businesses. So our important dates. Remember, this year, November 25th is going to be Black Friday. November 26th is the date for small business. And then November 28th is Cyber Monday. And one point to remember is Cyber Monday kind of started out like as a way for electronics to be sold primarily online. But we look at Cyber Monday as an opportunity for all small business to encourage their shoppers from being there on Saturday, come back on Monday, visit us online, and make your Small Business Saturday e-commerce kind of jump on Monday. So don't forget those dates. Now, people say, why in the world would somebody want to come out on Saturday and do holiday shopping? Well, first of all, Thanksgiving's over. The family's done, but it can be a relaxed atmosphere for shopping. It is a way to be mindful about your shopping for a small business. It allows you to showcase what you do best. It also is just important in terms of economics in our communities. And it feels good. It feels good for the small business. It feels good for the shopper. So remember, everybody's going to benefit from Small Business Saturday. So first of all, we need to get you customers. And the first thing you want to do is you want to find your neighborhood champions. I have some links that are on that handout, and you can find out who your neighborhood champions have been in the past. Typically, they are still neighborhood champions. In our area, we are a neighborhood champion. We also belong to the Small Business Saturday Coalition, which comes from a partnership between American Express and Women Impacting Public Policy. And that resource link is also available for you on the handout. A lot of our Chamber of Commerce's are champions, as are some of our shopping districts, like our main streets. So as a small business, you want to find them, find out what their plans are. How are they going to promote Small Business Saturday and be a part of that? Now, we suggest marketing as a community. In other words, get together with your other small businesses. You can really increase what you are doing with your marketing when you market as a group. And don't forget to contact your vendors and consider co-branding and partnering. So those are things that you can do now to get ready. And as Lindsay said, it doesn't have to be hard. Invite your fellow business people over for coffee and get started talking. Maybe each business will have a different type of activity, but you can market that as a group. That really spreads out your marketing dollars.
And also, I'll add, Jane, that whenever you identify who your neighborhood champion is and who the other businesses are locally that are participating in Small Business Saturday, you can create ways to reciprocate that online presence. So with your neighborhood champion, you can tell them that you're participating, and they can share posts that you make. They can highlight your business if, say, they're a Main Street organization and you're a Main Street vendor. There's several different ways that businesses like businesses or even local, I'm trying to think of the shopping center that's across the street here, but it's a community of small businesses in one shopping center, and they all pal together to create an event, and they do that as a group.
Okay. So a lot of times we hear from small business that they can't compete. And remember, this is about creating the shop small experience. Every business is different. Every business can create a really nice experience. And you don't have to go and bring in a marching band and catering. You don't have to do that. Your shopper is not looking for that. They're looking for what is the essence of your small business, what really represents you. Remember, you offer value, you offer unique goods and services. You offer things that you cannot get when you go to a big box store. Even if that big box store has sampling stations, I'm sorry, it is not like shopping a small business. And so what you want to do is you want to create that special shopping experience. Obviously, what you offer is personalized, and you do provide a high level of customer service. I have yet to go to a big box store when somebody has asked me, can I help you find what you're looking for? It doesn't happen. And some of them are to the point where you check yourself out. That is not a personal experience. In addition, many of our small businesses add value. They offer gift wrapping. They offer personalized shopping. It's so great. You see something in the summer and they'll keep a list for you of all the things that you have liked, and you can go back and you can say, okay, bring me out my list because I'm ready. They also are very helpful when it comes to shipping. I like to ship gifts from Texas, out of state. So I remind people how much they miss by not living in Texas, right? And there are many small businesses right here in Victoria that have helped me send my gifts, and they make sure they get there in time. They've helped me with the gift wrapping and, putting it all in a box. It's great. And that is something small business offers that many of those bigger stores just, they can offer.
Jean, we had a question in the chat
Okay.
asking, with the email that we send with the slides, will it include Small Business Saturday resources? And it references the 2022 PDF. Will that be included?
Yes, yes, it will. I always make sure, because a lot of times you think, okay, before the end, I'll grab that handout, and then it doesn't happen. So yes, we do try and send that as well. But you want to remember, invite your customers to shop small. So start telling them now, this date's coming and we want you to come in our store that date. And as you approach that, you can gradually let people know what kind of experience. You don't have to tell them the intimate details of it. But if you're having a coffee and cookie bar, let them know. They have a reason to come in, because you're going to make sure that they have their caffeine and they have their sugar. And what you're seeing here is just a clip from one of the American Express pages where you can go find those resources that help you create. There's a variety of them, digital ads. They also have some suggested content. If you're like me, content creation is not always my thing. And so they have wording, suggested wording that you can use. So they want this day to be successful for you. And as a small business, take advantage of those resources. There's no charge. And they're the best kind, aren't they? So they have, as I said, social graphics, they have posts, they have printable posters. They also have what they call the Shop Small Studio. And you can create custom signs and post. And I'm going to show you a couple that we actually made for us, so that you can see what it looks like. And every year they change it up. So you want to go back in, even if you've used them before and you still have those resources, go see what's there for this year. So these
Their
are
marketing materials are really good too, Jean. It makes it not such of a hassle to market this. It's easy. It's already done for you. I like them.
And that's a great point. We utilize Canva here, and sometimes I sit behind the Canva screen and I have a blank template up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I going to put in here? What colors? Well, this is 2 examples of some of the marketing material that you can create. Some of them you can actually add the name of your business. Some of them are just generic. There's nothing stopping you from creating one, printing it out tonight, and putting it up tomorrow to remind people, come in, we're going to be here on the 26th. And I want to tell you, the 26th is coming. I know, I'm wearing my Christmas t-shirt. When I opened my Aldi ad this morning, page 2, Christmas, it's all Christmas. And we know here, watching how people shop, that people are shopping early for Christmas. So you want to make sure that it's in their minds to come back and visit you on November 26th. In addition, we want to talk about being social, because we know how hard it is to create that traction on social. This is where that partnering comes in. If you and your partners are promoting on social, we want to remind you about using the Shop Small tags, the Shop Small Business Saturday tags. Don't forget to put in there Shop Small in the name of your town. Or how about just shop local? Those are all important tags. And then tag the businesses you're partnering with. If you would like us to share it, tag us, A&M-Victoria SBDC. That's us on Facebook and on Twitter. And don't forget to tag Shop Small, because it's important for us to know how our efforts are doing. But as I posted here with the tags, this I captured last week. When you go to do tags on Facebook, it'll tell you how many people are using that tag. So Shop Small is up there. People want to see those tags, so use them.
And it's a community event. It's not a time to market yourself in a silo or anything like that. It's okay to market with your competitors. It's okay to market with the with the shopping center that you reside in, you want to make it a community event. That's going to get you the most exposure.
That's awesome. And, you know, the people that you partner with, maybe your Main Street or your economic development, they may have a tag that they want you to use. So as part of that coffee conversation, ask them, what do you want? This is real important. This is a Gene thing. It is frustrating for me to go on Facebook because that is our phone book of today, or to go to Google and I can't find your business or the information is not correct. Always, always, always phone number, hours that are working. And you can, if you do not have a Google page, please work with one of our business advisors and we'll show you how to do it, because you can add pictures to that. You can start promoting now on those channels. They don't cost you anything, but it gets you out there in front of people. But make sure your address is up to date. If you've not claimed your business page on Facebook, if you've not claimed your page through Google or Microsoft Edge or Bing, go do that, because people are looking for you and they can't find it if the information isn't correct. Some of the other places that people look, crazy as it is LinkedIn, Twitter, and don't forget sites like Yelp. Those are really important. Use it to promote your event. And if you're doing special hours, a lot of those pages allow you to list those special hours.
This is really a critical piece, because the way that Small Business Saturday has evolved is it's really a social event. It is a social media event. And so if your information is not correct online, it's kind of a whammy.
It is really, it detracts and takes away from all the efforts that you and your staff have put into it. Okay, so we're here today because we want you to start early. You have 1 month, and then it will be here. We want you to build that buzz, and then we want you to make your business irresistible, because as small businesses, that is something that you can do that no one else can match. So let's go through some ideas. So part of your planning should be, what kind of signage are you using? And as I go around town, I see businesses that still have their signage from previous years, because it just promotes shopping small and shopping local. And that's one of the really nice things about a lot of these no-cost resources. You can use them from year to year, not a problem. Plan your event. As Lindsay pointed out, it doesn't have to be like you're having a debutante ball, okay? Plan what fits for your small business. Get your website ready. That's part of the information updating. Go look at that website. Ask your customers about it. If you need help getting online with e-commerce, okay, because that's kind of like retail space that you're paying rent for. We want it to earn its money. So if you need help with e-commerce, we have a business advisor who can help you. Now, you want to keep your customers coming back. You want to keep communicating with them. Collect those email addresses and plan out your social media messages. Do a small calendar. They're easy to download from the internet, and just plan, when are you going to post and what are you going to post about? You can collect those email addresses as people check out and just tell them, hey, do you want to stay in touch? A lot of the email programs out there today are easy to use and they are inexpensive. So grab those email addresses when people are in a good mood and they want to shop. So this is a kind of a quiz for y'all, and I want you to put your answer in the box, and hopefully I won't mess up the slide. I want to tell you about who spends the most money on Small Business Saturday. And so your options are the greatest generation, the silent generation, and that's people born between 25 and 45, boomers like myself, born between 46 and 64, Gen Xers, who were born between 65 and 1979. Millennials, I have two. They were born between 1980 and 1994. The Gen Zers, and that is who is born between 1995 and 2012, or Gen Alphas. And they were born between 2013 and 2025, and never ever discount the selling and buying power of a Gen Alpha. So this is how much buying power they have. $1.7 billion. I want a piece of it. I'll just be out there about it. They are not interested in traditional advertising. So these are your folks who are out there looking on social media. They like small business, local business. They really have a strong brand loyalty. And if their friends like it, they'll like it. They like helping the common good. And they have a strong need to connect with brands on social media. So what are your answers?
We have a few in. It's kind of a mixed bag. We have boomers and millennials and Gen Xers. So kind of all over the place.
Okay, so let's take a look. So there you go, millennials.
So that's who you're marketing towards.
Yep, they are our biggest supporters for Small Business Saturday. They have a huge amount of what Rieva Lozansky calls buying power. And so this is the audience you want to target. You know, it's a fun age group. I can tell you my two are a lot of fun. So yeah, you want to take advantage of that. So we have some tips for you if you're going to do Small Business Saturday marketing. We want you to use social media and use those hashtags. They're important. Use images and online content. We all, as you get older, you're very visual. So use those images. Use pictures from within your storefront or maybe of your staff providing services. Remember, this is for all small business. Interact with people. If they leave you a comment, answer that. Respond to that comment. Have a web presence. There's no way to be in business these days and not have some kind of web presence, whether it's a website or you have a store through Etsy or through eBay. They need to find you. And as I remind my millennials, they do like to spend money on themselves. I think the big hot term right now is self-care. Well, these are folks that will do that. They will buy the scented candles. They will buy the bath products. They will buy the shirt that they really like because they deserve it. So here you go. Here's your tips.
I think interacting online with those who are coming to your websites or to your social media pages to have that back and forth conversation that's exciting, so they know that it's not just a robot on the other side of the screen. It's a real person. You're inviting them to come shop at your place of business or to visit your location or your event for Small Business Saturday. If you're having a bigger event, having that back and forth interaction, I think, is real critical.
And the other thing is, if you get reviews, sometimes you're going to get a bad review. People look for how you respond to that. And if you have trouble figuring that out, come here and work with a business advisor. But you know, this is really, millennials use that web as their shopping search guide, and they want to see what their other friends have found. I mean, you know, I'm on Facebook but my daughter sent me stuff from HEB Obsessed, which is a group on Facebook. And I'm like, I saw that in the store last week. But they're millennials and they like to share that with their friends. So remember, let's have that web presence. So we want to build your buzz. So let customers know how they can support your small business. So what is your store known for? has worked particularly well in the past. There is no reason you can't recraft those offers. You can give people exclusivity. Please tell me that you went to a big box store and they actually gift wrapped your gift for you at no fee. Please. If you know of one doing that, we want to know too, but it doesn't happen. It happens in small business. If you need help crafting a discount, we've got a resource in our handout. In addition, our business advisors can help you with that because you want to craft that discount, but you still want to make a profit. That's very, very important. Are you going to have free gift offers? Are you going to have something complimentary for your shoppers? Are you offering gift wrap? So that coffee and cookies for your guest, utilize a local business that makes those cookies or provides that coffee, and promote them as well. Let people know where those good things came from when they came to your shop. And I'm going to have some pictures that we have to show you how you can set that station up. So again, if you do a discount, do it carefully and make sure that you're still making profit.
I'd like to add too, Jean, that having events or having things to do for children is a big seller too. Family shop as a family, especially on Saturdays. To have, a coloring table or anything like that to appeal to children, they're going to want to stay. And that's what you want your shoppers to do. You want them to stay and look around.
That's excellent. So how to create content. Don't forget, on those American Express Small Business Saturday resources, they have content suggestions, they have wording, and that's awesome when you kind of blank out. But what can you share? How about sharing the people behind your business and their values? Why do they work there? Everybody has a story. And I was talking to one of the business advisors this morning, and I said, I love this on TikTok because it's sharing a story from a small business. And that's it. People want to hear the stories. So you can share who is your staff? Why are they working there? What do they like the most in your store? The other thing people like to hear is what is the purpose of your business? Why did you start your business? Why did you pick the name that you picked for your business? We all like to know those things. And also get their permission, but there's nothing wrong in sharing information from your customers. What do they like about your store? What made them select the item that they did? Did they come back for another trip? Those are all important things. And don't forget, you can create that personalized marketing materials, and that's like your signage, maybe your business cards, your emails. So don't leave that out when you're creating content. Those are also pieces of content. Now, we want you to get store ready. And whether you're a storefront, you're online, or you're a service-based business, these are things to think about. Is there music? People love music, We could play music all throughout this, but then it would be distracting, wouldn't it? But as a shopping experience, have you ever noticed what HEB plays when you're in their store? It's upbeat, it makes you feel good, and I'm sure sometime very soon they'll be switching to Christmas. The other thing is aromas. Every time I go by a display of scented candles, there's somebody there taking a sniff, seeing what they smell like. Think about your displays. You want to kind of pump them up for the holidays. And don't forget sharing your content when it comes to unboxing videos. People love to see, what are you unpacking? What is the great unique thing you're bringing into the store today? And pictures, pictures, pictures. And I did add one more thing to this. I was at an event last week, and nowhere in the event area did they accept cash. So make sure you're able to accept digital payments. I guess that's where we're kind of heading to. Anything you'd like to add, Lindsay?
Yeah. Have you ever been into a store that didn't have any background music before? It's completely silent and it's kind of an uncomfortable feeling. And so to have music in the background, not just for this event, but for any time, I think is one of those things that you don't realize you like until you don't have it. And you're trying to shop in a silent business location, especially for retail. And it's kind of an uncomfortable feeling.
That is so true. So remember, you want to create, when you're creating that content, this is the 4 important points of Small Business Saturday. You're going to create that sense of scarcity. It's only one day this year. A sense of exclusivity. You cannot find this experience anywhere else but in your business. That sense of excitement. And don't forget, make sure that your website has been looked at and you've got it up and ready to go for your online customers. And if you need help with that, come see your SBDC advisor.
The build up to Small Business Saturday, I think, is so important to build the buzz around what you're doing that day. And scarcity really does sell, that they can only find this price or this item or this experience one day out of the year.
So when you're letting your customers know, I like to say you need to at least touch them 3 times. You need to email as an announcement, an email as a reminder, and then the email is, this is your last chance to take advantage of whatever it is your small business is offering. You can do the same thing with your social campaigns. You're going to remind these people, these customers, why shopping small is important for your business, for your community. Don't forget to share your stories. Customer testimonials. Ask people, give me a Google review if you had a great time. Give me a Yelp review if you really, really liked it. And you can ask people to do that. Every time I go to ship a package, the Postal Service asks me, would you take this questionnaire and would you give us a review? So I will tell you, when my husband shops online, he looks and he reads those reviews. So it's important. A lot of folks read them, and that really builds brand loyalty.
I'm glad you touched on that because we had a question come through about good ways to ask for reviews. I get asked all the time, especially if I had a good experience. Did you enjoy Small Business Saturday? Did you enjoy the product that you picked up last week? Can you share it on Google or on Facebook? There's no better way to ask for a testimonial than to actually ask.
Yep. And that's, people like to be asked because now you're asking them to share their story.
Well, it's a feeling like you've been cherry picked to share your experience and that they value your feeling and your opinion about their business, that you are special because they have asked you.
Absolutely. So Lindsay and I have lots of ideas. And I'm going to throw these out and I want you to think about how your business can take advantage of them. Having local carolers, having local artists either display their art or create art while they're in your small business. Supporting a local cause. Ask people to contribute to whatever that cause is, whether it's the local food bank, the local animal shelter. I mean, there's lots of local causes that need our help. And Small Business Saturday is a great way to remind people that we need to take care of each other. Have a kids corner, just like Lindsay suggested, whether you're showing videos, you have a coloring station. That's important because Lindsay's right. On a Saturday, moms don't get out of the house by themselves.
And when they're ready to go, it's time to go. So if you can keep the kids there, it makes for a better shopping experience.
And there is nothing that says you cannot write your own press release and send it to local media. Let people know what's going on in your store. Why are you celebrating Small Business Saturday? What they can expect. And you can do that. Write the press release, use it on your blog, use it on your website. So you can do all kinds of things. And the other thing is, if you come up with a gift guide, you can use whatever you have created as part of your planning and your content creation. You can repurpose that in your gift guide, okay? And the ideas, what you can do in your small business are endless. It's only limited by you. Now, we talked about service-based businesses because we hear a lot of times, oh, you know, we don't have a storefront, we don't sell things. Well, that's not really true. A service-based business is selling services. So we want you to capitalize on this occasion. You're going to follow those same tips that we've presented for Small Business Saturday for a retail or a hospitality business. Build that email, collect that customer list, spread that word. You can do it through your email, through your shop's small signage, through your social post. Don't forget to use Shop Small logos on your materials and use those hashtags. Now, what can a service-based business offer? Well, first of all, you can offer gift cards, and gift cards are just perfect. If I need a service, there's no better thing to get than a gift card. And if you should have online booking. Maybe you do service visits. So have online booking available that people can go ahead and maybe they want to book for someone else. Then that's a nice gift to get when I know somebody's going to come and clean my chimney thanks to my kids buying me a gift. The other thing is that you can work with other small businesses. You can hold a party for your customers on Small Business Saturday and let your customers meet all your staff. You can offer discounts. Again, you want to craft them so you're continuing to make your profit, or maybe you're going to bundle services together. But you can celebrate Small Business Saturday with your customers just like any other business.
Yes, it's definitely not just for retail.
That's correct. Another thing that we did talk about, we're going to talk about it some more, is collaborating. In other words, one or more small businesses get together and they team up for Small Business Saturday. So you're going to share each other's social media. You're going to be able to give shoppers that little extra, whether it's a gift with their purchase or it's the treats. You're going to join together to afford fun things. And this is where I like to say, this is how we distract our children. Face painting. There's always a high school group looking to make some money who will do face painting. You have singers. Maybe you've joined together and you're going to have a group of singers go from store to store. Maybe you're going to set up a shopping tour where you tell people, hey, go to this store. This is what they're featuring. Then come to us. Then go to this store. You know, sometimes people like that little tour guide, and it lets them know, hey, this is going to be fun. Don't forget to paint your windows. Have your decorations up. Holiday themes are great, and there are just so many more ideas out there for you. And if you're at a real loss, bring up Google and do the Google search for Small Business Saturday. You'll be amazed at what's out there to give you an idea. What can I do?
I'm glad you mentioned that last bullet point, because the shopping center across from our building, that is exactly what they do. They team together all of the small businesses in there, and they create an entire event. It is a shopping extravaganza. It is inside, it is outside, it is marketed. There are food trucks. It is an all-day event. I'm certain that you could spend all day with your family in this one shopping center.
Okay, so another idea is you can create a scavenger hunt, whether it's for one business or it's for all of the partner businesses. But don't forget, people really like that because as they find the items on the scavenger hunt, they will see all that you offer. Don't forget selfie stations. Okay, we like pictures, and all your shoppers will like a selfie station. They don't take much to put together, and if you're at a loss, I always say high school kids do the best job. Don't forget, you want to include tagging reminders, the shop small, the hashtag shop local, and the tag for your business with the @ and your business name. because you want that to show in the selfie station picture. So this is the event I went to last week. I was so tickled to be there, game 2 of the ACLS. And let me tell you, these are very simple ideas. This is just a backdrop. And the really amazing thing was, I believe they were using an iPad, and the Astros were taking the pictures, and then they would send you that picture by text. So they captured your phone number. And of course, you love the Astros, so the next text message you're going to get is still going to be great. So it was like a win-win. They're collecting phone numbers, but look at that. My daughter and I had such a great time. The other thing is there are a variety of places throughout the stadium where you can take pictures. And it was just an amazing thing. And I realized, you know, not all of us are very creative when it comes to creating displays, but this is fairly simple, and they didn't have to put anything up, and everybody knows from that picture, where in the world were we at? So they're just some ideas for you.
It's truly one of those things that if you build it, they will use it.
That's so true. And the other place I see that does really well with those is Inside HEB. They haven't done as many of them since the pandemic, but I have pictures on my phone where they set those up, and my kids knew exactly what they were for. And it was like, yeah, I'm 35 years old, Mom, but take my picture anyway. So yeah, don't forget, and you're welcome to your customers, if you have Wi-Fi for customers, make sure that you have signage up to let them know. A lot of people like that these days. If you are utilizing cookies or baked goods and they're from another small business, let people know where they come from. That promotion is so, so important. If you're having packaged treats, that's great. Maybe you're going to rent a popcorn machine. Maybe you're going to have signature drinks. There's plenty of hospitality businesses in your community that can help you come up with a welcome station that just makes you stand out. And I'm going to show you a picture of one that we have here locally. And this one is around year-round. But look at this. It's very simple. Didn't take a lot to put together. I like item number 7 on the list is because I think if you get me my water or my coffee, yes, I'm going to have peaceful vibes. And that's going to work. And you could, you know, this is great. Your customers realize you have taken that extra step to make them feel important. And a relaxed customer is a great shopper.
It's really so simple. And even with the water bottles, it's a little extra touch. They added on a label for the business, and it's great. It's so simple.
Yep. And don't forget using the evening of Small Business Saturday to create a night out, whether it's a date night, a wrapping night, a tour to small business. Maybe it's Dad's night out, so Dad does the shopping, okay? Ask your ladies to create their shopping list so you can share that for your dad's night. Maybe you're going to create that tour where they go to one business for a special drink and another business to get their gift wrapping and another business for their snacks. But make it fun. You know, the more you join together, the more fun it's going to be.
We see this with childcare service businesses. So whether it's after school, whether it's a daycare, to host a parents' night out where they keep the kids and you go and shop.
Oh, I love that. So there's lots more ideas. You can create an event guide. You can create a gift guide. You can use video. Don't forget to paint your windows. You know, are you going to do a shopper reward where they get, after so many purchases, you're going to give them a gift or they're going to get a discount? Don't forget, get technology ready, whether that's your social media, your website. Maybe you're using an app. If you're using e-commerce, make sure that that's up and running and working well. Don't forget to have somebody test that for you. Somebody like me who doesn't follow directions well is a great tester. But there's so much more. Some of the ideas that I've seen from the internet Secret Santa delivery. Tell me, if you get a big box store to do a Secret Santa delivery for you, I want their names because I'll use them. That's just an awesome thing that's only small business can offer. Sidewalk enticements. Make sure if you're within a city that you make sure that your sidewalk placements are within the permits. But what a great way to promote people. See what I have here and come on inside. Sidewalk chalking. Let the kids decorate your sidewalk. It'll wash off the next rain. Don't forget, if you like branded calendars and holiday cards, make sure you put on there about shopping local. Again, ask for those reviews and ask people to give you those survey responses. Anything else you can think of, Lindsay?
I think you covered it.
I also have some other things here, and I get to see the notes, but did you know you can work with Go Texan and do a wine tasting? Yeah. I'm not sure how much lead time you need, but the point is people love to support Texas small business. So don't forget to do that. And you know, the easiest thing to do is balloons. You know, music and balloons, and people know it's a party. So that's great. And there is, as I said, there's just so much more that you can do. It's unlimited.
It's really a chance to think outside the box.
It is. And I just want to share two gift guides. These are from 2021. This first one is just a trifold brochure. How many different ways can you use a trifold brochure? It's endless. And the thing is, people get to see what are you offering as gift boxes. And wow, what a great way to promote what your business does. This one is from Go Texan. And if you are in the Go Texan program, it's a great way to have your business featured. But remember, if you can create a gift guide just for yourself. Easy to do with today's computers. So you want to make sure you have kind of a catchy cover. If you need to work with a graphics person, go ahead and do that. Make your descriptions short, concise, and engaging. Use that description box to include additional items that somebody might want to pair with that. And don't forget, you can put customer testimonials on those pages. With Canva today and Pinterest, it's just unlimited how you can create a gift guide. And this is my big thing. These are two thank you notes I got during the pandemic, and they have reverberated with me ever since. But don't forget to say thank you. Whether you create those cards and you drop them in with each purchase or each box that somebody has bought from you online, or they've bought your service and you hand it over at the end of the service. But remember to say thank you. And I want to tell you, these have really, they touched me just with the words that they used. I knew it came from the heart of the business. They really did appreciate my purchase. And I will tell you, the one on the right-hand side is from something called Wad Free. And it's the best thing I ever bought to keep my sheets from wadding up when I wash them. But you can tell that's a small business and they appreciate the purchase. So don't forget, say thank you. It's always good. And you know, I realize if they've given you their cell phone number, you can text that thank you. But just remember, please say it.
This is a forgotten art, to write a thank you note, a handwritten thank you note. And it does go a long way.
So we want you to create a great experience using your business, your other businesses in the area with you. Maybe have a drink and a snack. Maybe there's a shopping gift. But remember, it's endless what you can use and do to create that personal Small Business Saturday shopping event. And we'd really like folks to go ahead, drop in the question box, maybe something that they're thinking about doing. We're not going to hold you to it, but let us know what you're thinking.
And Jean, we are creeping up on 11.
We are.
So we might have some folks drop off.
Okay, and we get that. Remember, we are recording it, so we are going to share this, but we want to say, take care of your staff, take care of yourself, thank your customers, and keep that shop small going year round. So important. Okay. Do we have any other questions?
I don't think so. It looks like everything's been answered.
Good. Excellent. So do we have anybody that would like to talk to us? If you do, raise your hand. We will unmute you.
Definitely.
We'd love to hear what everybody has gotten planned for their Small Business Saturday.
I'm not seeing anything come through, so I think we're good there.
Okay. Well, we want to remind you all that when you leave here today, your browser's going to pop with our 1-minute survey, 5 questions. Let Lindsay and I know how we've done. We are going to send you a copy of the slides along with a link to the recording, and we will include the handout with that as well. And I want to thank Lindsay for taking time from her schedule to be here today, and to our attendees who have made it a point to share this hour with us. So thank y'all. Let us know how we did, and we want to hear how your Small Business Saturday went. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.